Hello, my name is Miral Ahmed Gad, and this is a presentation for the report for the subject AR614, Professional Architectural Internship. My internship was between December 2021 until March 2022, and I did my internship at Gulf Consult in Kuwait. I would like to begin with the introduction. This report is for the subject AR614 Professional Architectural Internship. This report serves as the final submission of the course Bachelor of Science in Architecture at UCSI University. During my internship, I was accepted at Gulf Consult in Kuwait. My job was as an assistant architect to the senior architect of the company and my supervisor, architect Suhair Afifi. The project I worked on is the Farwaniya Hospital Expansion Project located in Farwaniya, Kuwait. All the information included in this report are only from the documents that I have had a part in, edited, reviewed, or drawn. And it is important to mention that the project is very large and thus not all the documents related to the project are in this report. Documents in this report have been used with permission of Gulf Consult and my supervisor for the purpose of this report. Then I would like to give a brief introduction about Gulf Consult, which was founded in 1967 and is one of the oldest established design consultancies in Kuwait. They have many rankings and achievements, including World Architecture 2021, 2020, 2018, and many others. And then onto the project that I was working in, which was the Farwaniya Hospital project. The client of this project was Ministry of Health. The Ministry of Health of Kuwait appointed Gulf Consult to provide construction supervision, consulting services for the new Farwaniya Hospital project, located within the current Farwaniya Hospital campus. The old hospital will be linked to the new one via air-conditioned bridges, and our underground tunnel will facilitate to the surface staff's movement. And basically, the Gulf's Consult role includes supervision of operations on site to ensure the work being done is compliant with the final construction documents approved by MOH. And Gulf Consult duties also include administration tasks, project administration tasks, on-site operation tasks, and contract closing out tasks. The status of this project is under construction, and here are some shop drawings. The shop drawings are drawings that have already been finalized and gotten approved for. And if you notice, there are a few of these stickers with approved subject to comments, and these basically means that approval is only subject if these points have been already met, whether it is according to amendments or any kind of fixation that has to be done to the materials or items on site according to shop drawings or as built or as per contract. Any of the highlighting or comments or sketching or whatsoever on these shop drawings, I've either reviewed, had a part in sketching or drawing or commenting on, or helped in the process of doing so. And that is why these shop drawings are included in this report to showcase how I was able to help out in these kinds of tasks of the comments and sketches and further. Next is as built, or what we call as detailed drawing. These detailed drawings are according to the shop drawings or according to materials and details of certain specifications on site. I would also like to explain that when it came to as-built drawings or any kind of editing and reviewing, my task was pretty simple. It was just to add specs or any kind of identifications or lines or very minimal kind of things, because these drawings have already been approved and documented by higher authorities, so they cannot be further changed or amended. It was only that very small minor fixations that needed to be done. I was helping out in that aspect. Next are checklists, and checklists are basically things that need to be done on site and that are waiting for it to be done. And these checklists are added along with a plan or a sketch or a sketched plan or some kind of thing to pinpoint where exactly the checklist is pointing at when it comes to the things that need to be done. For example, checklist 1, primer coat for floor to start painting epoxy. And for these, there need to be final approval, and that is subject to a following, which is apply primer coat in any missing areas, clean the area completely before applying epoxy, and the contractor is responsible for coordination with all discipline. And that is attached with a photo of a basement enlarged wall partition setting out plan 1 of 2. Usually all the checklists will have a final approval subject to a postcard that is plastered on top of the checklist, along with a plan, details, drawing, or section of whatever exactly it is that the checklist is pointing at or talking about, in order for whoever is pointing out these things to fix or amend can easily find. Sometimes there are also photographic proof of whatever it is that needs to be amended and fixed, and it is also added to the checklist. Any kind of fixation, any kind of highlighting and drawing on the plans, I have helped in or have done myself. Next is a safety violation report, and this report is filled if there has been an instant where there is a safety violation code. For example, here there was accumulated rainwater from the skylight that leaked into the ground floor of the building. And here I was also in the process of helping out fill the safety violation report. It was the first time for me to help out in such a task. It was very different for me because I've never seen such a report before, and I didn't know that it was filled extensively this way. Next are JSI, which is basically reports that are made in case that there are any things on site that do not follow per contract or shop drawings or as built. And then these are written with remarks on the job site instruction report, along with pictures. For example, here there is bad quality of installation of interlock pavers in front of the kidney clinic. There are pictures of these badly installed interlock pavers, along with missing light poles. For example, they're also sketched on where it's supposed to go and it's actually missing. Here as well, there is a poor installation of the interlock pavers around the manhole and gaps between the interlock pavers, etc. There's also light pole footing where the dimensions are not constant or that the footing is improper and needs to be fixed. Bad quality of rendering at courtyard E. The rendering in this context is basically the external paint of the building. The MIR is the material inspection report, and if there are any materials on site that do not follow the as contract or shop drawing, there is an extensive, very long report that needs to be filled out and sent out that include the specifications of the materials that do not follow the shop drawings, and what kind of materials actually came back on site, and all the paperwork that was used in order to get these materials and get them replaced. More JSI and checklists, and then site visits and inspections. I did a lot of site visits. I had daily site visits every single day, and although they were virtual, they were extremely enlightening and informative. And the daily site visits and inspections gave me an insight on how the process of construction occurs for different parts of the project. It also helped me identify materials I've never worked with or seen before. The information learned from site visits are priceless, and it's an experience every architect must get used to, because ultimately site visits not only allow us to gain more technical and practical knowledge about materials and construction processes, but they also offer opportunities to build valuable life skills that we can apply in our daily lives and office practices. And these pictures are actually from the virtual site visits that I've been to. They're either taken by the senior engineer or senior architect and my supervisor, along with any of the comments regarding the site visits and inspection processes. I also mentioned some of the benefits of site visits and inspections, which include they train us to think and make decisions on our feet. When things do not go as planned, site visits let us understand why and how a design failed. And discussions and negotiations during site visits build our interpersonal and communication skills. Here's a 3D model and interior perspectives of the Farwania Hospital building. More perspectives and 3D model. Here is the physical project model, which which I was very privileged to be able to see. It is a very professionally done model, and it was very nice to see such a model. It's like you see the project come to life before it ever does, and that's why I really appreciate models in general. And this one really made me appreciate them more. In conclusion, throughout my internship, I've learned so much about how work in the office usually works, and it has actually helped me identify many aspects of architecture and construction. The various site visits have always helped me so much in understanding the hierarchy of tasks, reports, drawings, and much more. It was rather enlightening to do this report as it made me almost relive the situations I faced during my internship. I would really like to thank our university for the internship experience. It was really an experience that uh, cannot be done again, and it's a once in a lifetime experience that I would never forget. That is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for listening.